is Miss Jennifer, and I'm from the Brambleton Library. Today's story time is going to be a little bit different. Today, we're doing some storytelling. So you'll get to be a storyteller, and we'll use our imaginations to tell some stories together. What do you think? So let's start off just with a little wiggle to warm ourselves up. Can you put up your fingers? I wiggle my fingers, and I wiggle my toes. Can you wiggle your toes? I wiggle my shoulders, and, ooh, that feels good. And I wiggle my nose. Well, now the wiggles are out of me because it's time for a story, you see. Yeah, and you probably see my tree right up here. So a tree figures into one of my stories, so I thought I would teach you another story that has a tree in it, just to get us all warmed up. So for this one, you'll need to put up your hands like this. We're going to pretend that they are apples. Can you put them way up high? Stretch high. Way up high in the apple tree, two little apples smiled at me. So I shook that tree just as hard as I could. Shake it up, shake it, shake it, shake it. And down fell the apples. Were they good? Do you like apples? Oh, I hope so. It makes the story that much better. Okay, it's short, but it's a story, isn't it? And it starts off way up high in the apple tree. Two little apples, they smiled at me. So what did I do? Do you remember? I shook that tree. Shake it, shake it, shake it. I shook that tree just as hard as I could. And down fell the apples. Were they good? Had a little rhyme to it too, didn't it? Well, my longer story today doesn't rhyme. In fact, it is an old tale that was passed down from generation to generation, and it started in Germany. And so I loved stories like this because they really are meant for telling out loud. And so you really only have to remember some parts to be able to tell the story again and again. Now, the pieces that I've made, they're actually from templates from a website by a woman named Judy Sierra. So Judy Sierra has a website, and you can make your own templates for all different stories as well. So that might be something you'd like to check out afterwards. So let's start with our story. It's called The Three Wishes. And it does start on a beautiful day. And a man went out to get some wood. And he came across a beautiful old oak tree. And he thought, "Ooh, that will make some excellent wood." And so he took his axe and he was just about ready to chop when all of a sudden he heard a little voice. "No, no, please, no." He looked around, but he didn't see anyone. So he raised up his axe again. And just as he was about to cut, he heard the little voice again. "Wait, wait, please stop." And when he looked, he saw a little elf. And this little magical elf said, "Oh, sir, thank you for stopping. This is my home. You wouldn't cut down my home, would you?" Well, the man said, "Of course I wouldn't do that. I didn't realize it was your home. Oh, I'm glad you caught me in time." Well, the little elf said, "You don't know how lucky you are, sir. Because you spared my home, I am going to grant you 3 wishes. So the next 3 things that you wish for, no matter what they are, you'll have them." Well, the man couldn't believe his good luck. He was so excited. He was just about to say thank you to the little elf when, poof, he was gone. So the man made his way home to tell his wife about their good fortune. When he got there, she wasn't home. So he thought about it a little bit, looked around, and he said, "Oh gosh, Oh, while I'm waiting, I'm so hungry. I wish I had a giant sausage. He said the magic word, didn't he? Because he said, I wish. Poof! Just like that, a huge sausage appeared right there on his table. Oh, wow. Well, just then, his wife came home, and she walked through the door. Oh, hello! Oh, my! What's with this giant sausage? Where did you get that? And he said, oh, well, you'll never believe what happened. I met a little elf. I almost cut down his home, but I didn't. And so because I didn't, I get to have 3 wishes. The wife looked very disappointed. And you used the first wish on a sausage? You are so silly. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You should have thought about it more. I cannot believe you did this. This is so silly. I wish that sausage were on your nose so everyone could see how silly you are. And poof, she said, I wish, didn't she? That sausage went right straight on the man's nose. Now look what you've done, he said. Now I have this sausage stuck to my nose. Oh, I can't walk around like this. This is terrible. Well, they pulled and they tugged and they tried everything they could think of to get that sausage off the man's nose. Then they thought, ooh, maybe we should use the axe. But they decided that was too dangerous. The wife said, well, it doesn't look so bad. Don't worry, when we wish for lots of money, we'll be able to decorate it and make it look really nice. The man said, no, that's never going to work. It's heavy and it's terrible and I just wish it was off my nose and this whole thing was over. Well, poof. He said, I wish. And so the sausage went back on the table. And that was it. That was their 3 wishes spent. And all they had to show for it was a big sausage and an argument. So it didn't really work out too well, did it? What do you think you would wish for if you were in a similar situation? Would it be a sausage? Do you think you'd want to walk around with a sausage on your nose? It really is a silly story, isn't it? I can't imagine what they were thinking. They didn't think it through, did they? Oh, goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Now, the next time you see a star, maybe you'll make a really smart wish. What do you think? Let's sing one last song before we say goodbye today. Let's sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star so that maybe that will bring a lucky star into your life. What do you think? All right, let's give it a go. Put up your hands and twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Terrific. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I hope that you are inspired to be a storyteller. You know, telling a story with a beginning, middle, and end is really great practice before you learn to read. So I hope that you make up lots of wonderful stories and that you come to the library soon and tell me all about them. Thanks again for joining me today. Goodbye.